Formaji YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vaur engage ho jn our video ko ntk deken heavy rain fell in the evening. Streetlights reflected on the wet ground. Every step around him go silent. His heart raced like never before. Cold wind brushed his face. The scent of rain mixed with flowers. His hands felt numb, but his feelings burned. She stepped closer. Her footsteps echoed in his mind. He wanted to speak, but his voice was swallowed by the wind. Her gaze locked onto him, as if she could read every thought in his mind. The silence between them felt heavy and suffocating. His heartbeat seemed to stop for a moment. Everything around him became just a backdrop. And then he saw something that made his skin crawl. He saw her smile slowly fade. Instead of her beautiful face, there were hollow, icy eyes. Her body began to float above the ground. The heavy rain did not wet her. His heartbeat thundered, but there was no response. He wanted to step forward, but his legs were frozen. Everything around him was silent. Even the sound of the rain disappeared. Those cold eyes stared at him. He realized immediately that something was terribly wrong. The love at first sight turned into pure fear. He froze in place, unable to move. The cold eyes never blinked, never wavered. The rain around her seemed to bend, dripping upward as if the world itself had turned inside out. Every instinct screamed at him to run, yet his feet refused. The ground beneath him felt strange, almost liquid, slipping beneath his weight. The streetlights flickered, casting shadows that twisted into shapes he could not recognize. He tried to call her name, his voice trembling, but only a whisper came out. The whisper sounded strange, not entirely his own, echoing with a hollow resonance that made his teeth ache. Her gaze seemed to pierce into his chest, reaching into his very thoughts, and for a moment he felt exposed, completely raw. A sudden wind tore through the street, stronger than any storm should have been. It carried a sound, a low humming, almost musical, yet deeply wrong. The humming matched the rhythm of his own heartbeat, and he felt as if it were pulling him closer, drawing him into the air where she floated. She raised her hand slowly, almost lazily, as if to beckon him. The gesture should have seemed harmless, innocent even, but it made his stomach knot with terror. He realized then that he could not move forward. It was as if invisible chains held his legs in place, freezing him to the wet pavement. A flash of lightning illuminated her fully. Her face, pale and cold, revealed something impossible. Beneath her skin, faint lines moved like tiny rivers of darkness, twisting and writhing under her flesh. Her eyes, blacker than the night around them, glimmered with an intelligence that was not human. The humming grew louder, vibrating in his chest. He fell to his knees, clutching at his ears, but the sound was inside him now, inside his very bones. The storm outside seemed distant, as if he were no longer in the real world but trapped in some other place entirely. Then she spoke, not with words, but a sound that made his mind crack, a combination of laughter and whispers, of sighs and screams all at once. It filled his head like a storm, turning his thoughts into scrambled shards. He wanted to look away, but her eyes had claimed him. The rain slowed, almost magically, as though the world itself was holding its breath. All he could see was her, suspended in the air, perfectly still, yet radiating a power that twisted the air around her. He felt a pull, a gravitational force, unlike any he had ever known, pulling him closer despite the terror coiling in his chest. His mind raced, trying to understand what he was seeing. Love, he had thought. This had been love at first sight. Now, it was something else entirely. Something that defied every instinct, every understanding of reality. A shadow moved behind her, subtle but undeniable. It was not a shadow cast by light, but one cast by darkness itself, shifting and alive. It seemed to reach for him, stretching across the ground, curling around his ankles, threatening to drag him into the unseen void it came from. He tried to scream, finally, a full, human scream, but no sound escaped his throat. His chest heaved, but the air would not come, as if the world had swallowed it. Panic clawed at him from inside, twisting his mind into a tunnel of pure fear. Suddenly, the ground beneath him cracked. Not like ordinary asphalt splitting, but like the street itself had opened into another dimension, revealing something deep, black, and endless. The edges glimmered with the faintest hints of color, like veins of corrupted light running through the abyss. Her eyes, still locked on his, gleamed brighter. Her smile returned, but it was not human, it was too wide,